Hello, and welcome to the Animated Educated Halloween episode. Yes, tonight we have a few tricks and treats for you. Beginning with a neighbor of mine. Yes, this person has been doing this for a while, along with his family. It started off a harmless little thing, but now it's gone on for a while, and in this time of COVID, this is actually a really going to be a fun Halloween. They're still keeping Halloween traditions alive, even during this COVID crisis that we're dealing with. So please take a look and listen to Preston Meyer on Animated Educated. The Halloween episode. Hey, this is Preston Meyer. You've been doing this haunted exhibit for what, 30 years now?
We've been doing an actual walkthrough for 30 years. We did a yard haunt before then, and we'll probably do a yard haunt after we're done with doing the actual haunted maze, haunted house. And because to do it at the level we're doing it needs quite a few assistant people to help us out. And the whole family's involved with it also. But if we start losing people, we may not be able to keep the haunt together.
You were thinking about not doing it this year, and you just said, well, let's just make it a little smaller than usual.
Well, it is a little smaller, actually quite a bit smaller. Yeah, we were trying to decide, and with the way COVID works and everything, having 4,000 people go through a 25 by 40 foot enclosed space, screaming their guts out, just didn't seem to be a good idea.
If you drive by on California Street, you'll see where your house is, and you put another house there.
Basically, yes.
Yes.
We're only going to be open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday next week. Drive by, there's a whole house and a whole scene, and so you'll see something, and so hopefully that'll be interesting. But then during the show, the whole front of the house opens up, so they see 3 rooms that things are going to be happening in there. So we've been accepting donations for the volunteers to the Burbank Animal Shelter. And they've actually been really helpful with the haunt. They've gotten into line control and information, and so they've been real helpful, and they're good people, and it's a good cause, so we don't mind. And all the money that we get donated goes directly to them.
So if anybody's interested and they're in the Burbank area, what would you suggest they do? Should they get in line early, or?
Hopefully there's not going to be a line. That's our goal this year, that people move. It's a short show, so it's not something you got to stand there for 15 minutes. It's only about a 3-minute show. So hopefully people keep moving, and you could watch it from your car if you wanted to, from the sidewalk, or from, if you wanted to get out and see things a little more up close. Hopefully we'll have a FM transmitter, so you'll be able to hear the music on your car radio.
Oh, that's a great idea. Okay. I saw that James Lopez did your poster.
Yes, yes.
Hunt, and he's done that a few times for you guys.
Yeah, he's been doing that for a few years now. We actually have some groupies that collect flyers.
Yeah, great. Okay, well, I'm so happy that you came on the show and let us know about that.
Anybody's interested in more information, rottenapple907.com.
Oh, cheese and crust! He's lost his head! Ah! Damn that great Binks! Damn him! Billy, which way did they go? Ah! Billy, listen to me! Follow those children, you maggot museum! And get my book. Then come find us. We'll be waiting for them. Quit staring at me! Get moving down that hole! Damn, double damn hole!
You probably have seen Hocus Pocus, but this year you're going to see it a little differently. Thanks to two people who I met who have come up with something called the Hovid Povid Project. And you can see that on YouTube. So go ahead over to their channel right now, over to the Hovid Povid Project channel. Go ahead. I'll just wait here. That's all right. I'll just go ahead. Go ahead. Come back, though, okay? And then you can see this other thing that I'm going to show you. We have Danny Abraham and Nicholas Wendell, who are the organizers of this Hovid project.
Yeah, we're filmmakers based in LA. I'm a producer, writer. Nick's a director, writer, producer, all those things. And we thought, what better way to make something in quarantine together when we can't be together than to make other people make content with us.
Well, it's such a great idea. Now, well, first of all, this is a movie that is Hocus Pocus from Disney. Are you getting any trouble with them at all about this?
I think when it comes to recreating or reimagining anyone's creative content, creative work that already exists or is owned by another larger corporation, you risk that. All that said, I mean, there's countless Disney parodies that exist on the internet at this point. We've talked to lawyers. Pretty much a lot of people that we spoke to are like, you know, it could be interpreted badly, but everything that we're doing is positive. We're not insulting or offending the original work in any way.
We're not trying to profit off of it either. It's strictly by fans for fans.
Right, exactly. So there will be a beautiful, well-worded disclaimer by our lawyer friend who has graciously helped us through this process. And, you know, hope for the best. At the end of the day, this is a project that we wanted. We wanted to make this project positive when, you know, there's not a lot of positivity in the world right now, and like it would be kind of a shame if someone
wanted to try and like save Halloween in a way, because we know Halloween is more or less canceled this year for the most part of this country and probably the world. So we thought, what way, you know, could we maybe try and bring some magic back into, you know, people's lives while also being safe? And, you know, crowdsourcing has been around for a while. There's been other films that have been crowdsourced before. And so Danny kind of reached out to me and said, so I have this idea. And Danny and I are like embarrassingly huge fans of Hocus Pocus. And that's where, you know, we thought, well, what better film for Halloween than our favorite film?
Sister? We fly!
So how many people signed up to do this? Do you have a total count of how many people are putting this together?
I just checked. It looks like it's about 160 signups that we had. We had about 130 to 90-second scenes to assign to people. So not everyone who signed up was able to get a scene, which is sad, but obviously for us a great problem to have, because inevitably we may have to reach out to these waitlisted people and ask them for their help in the final hours. I have to just say I am overwhelmed and absolutely mind blown by the reaction that this thing got, because it was I was literally laying on my floor, like bored, and I had this idea and I was like, no one's gonna do this. And next thing I know, we have a Google document. It's a Google document. Like, is this legit? I don't know. Are people gonna think it's legit? I don't know. And everyone seems to be doing it, and they're sending us their scenes, and they're incredible. And like, every time I get one, I start to cry and I call Nick. Did you watch this?
It's a reminder how this film stands the test of time. And, it's been around since 93, and it just never gets old. It's like fine wine, it gets better with age, and the fan base just keeps growing, which is beautiful. And I think this project, among all the other things happening around the film every year, is a great reminder how loyal the fans are. And the fact that I think the first 2 days that we launched the actual, announcement, we had so many signups because people were like, oh my God, because it's just Danny and myself, but all of it looked so legit that they were like, oh my God, I gotta be part of this. So we got pretty bombarded the first few days. And that's what we had the disclaimer saying, first come, first serve, because we're like, we gotta get them assigned as they come in versus, it's been quite the journey. Yeah, it's been a learning experience at the same time too, because we've never really done this before. So it's been fun, but also educational.
So are all the scenes pretty much going to be done? I know today is your day when you're having everyone send them in.
Today is when Danny and I get to feel like a professor or a teacher in school, where it's like hand in your assignments and who's done on time and who's going to be late with them. We've gotten one or two dropouts last night, which we're like, well, you've had more time than that to give us a heads up. But with Danny, I've been talking about this a lot. This has been created for people to have fun. So, and life happens. So it's all about, we have backup plans to get all the scenes completed, because obviously you can't have the whole film with, 3 or 4 scenes missing. But I think what's been the most rewarding so far is to see everyone's individual creativity come together to make all these scenes, because every scene is going to be different. Every scene is going to be a different way it was shot, the way the characters looked. Were they live action? Were they toys? Were they, handmade? Like I think that's the beauty of crowdsourcing projects, is you get to really see everyone's individual take or individual's ability to recreate a scene from their favorite film.
I think one of my favorite scenes that we actually received so far also might be our lowest production quality that we've received so far too. It was I think it was 5 girls in their basement, and they found clothing that similarly matched the costumes that in terms of colors, and it looked like they had the most fun. And I was getting email updates from the participants the entire way through, being like, we're having so much fun. This is one of the most thrilling experiences we've had since COVID or quarantine started. And to be honest with you, yes, some of the work that we're getting is exceptional and insanely creative and stuff that I don't think I can do. And I'm a filmmaker, and and I'm absolutely blown away by the talent and creativity. But for me, it's been the people who have been sending us back submissions that have just passion and heart behind it. And I can't wait to plug those into the sequence alongside some of these very high quality DreamWorks animation level.
So anyway, I'll show that as well.
And actually, we've gotten a few people who, because the problem is, when you cut up a film, you have certain scenes that are going to be more popular or cooler than others. So we've had some people say, is this the only scene you guys can give me? As in well, it's tricky because you want to make everyone happy, but you can't give everyone the cool scenes. There's other scenes that are going to be less cool that have to be done too in order to complete the film. So it kind of feels rough sometimes to be like, you gotta, kind of put a foot down, but it's we also, it's we all got to play our part to make this work. We can't all get our favorite scenes. It's you want to be part of this? Great, but you got to take what you're given. You can't always, we've caught, I think, 1 or 2 people saying, okay, we'll give you a different scene because we're not monsters. But it's been tricky sometimes to be we felt bad. We're we're going to give them this scene, but it's that's all that's left at this point too, so it's first come, first serve.
Yeah. That just, gets anyone who's interested in animation or filmmaking in general, sometimes you have to deal with the scene that's not the most popular, and you just got to get it done.
And people have been very creative in taking those less exciting scenes and actually making them fun by how they've used their creativity or whatever they had around to make it happen. So they actually made a boring scene entertaining to watch with how they made it.
I just changed my mind on my favorite submissions to date. Can I talk about this? Can I?
Sure, yeah. Is it the one with the, yeah.
You wanna share it, or can you share
Yeah. Oh, we can
share
totally,
a screen
totally
maybe?
share it with you.
Oh, here it comes. Oh,
Did you see it?
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna play it because it is so creative, and they decorated their house for Halloween. Probably we're gonna do it already, but they went all out.
It's very unexpected, which I think makes it even funnier.
It looks like, they didn't have enough people to complete the scene, so a full-grown man played an 8-year-old girl, and he had a sock puppet big brother, and you know what? Brilliant.
And it worked.
And all the dialogue was there. The story
Yep.
will be able to progress to the next scene without any hiccups.
And that's the main goal with this project is really, you can do whatever you want with the scene as long as the dialogue stays the same, so that, as Danny was saying, it can go from scene A to B to C to D. So what you do within your scene is up to you as long as you stick to the dialogue. So, and he clearly, went with it, and it's the funniest thing.
So we're having a good time with it. We obviously love the very high production quality ones that we're receiving as well, which I don't want to share because I want those to be a surprise. But
Yeah.
But also,
it's been really cool to see, and I think that's what's going to make this so fun to watch too, is because people are going to watch this are going to be fans of the film, so they're already going to know the story, but they're going to want to watch it to see the variety in people's creativity. So that's what we're really excited about.
What do you want to say to those people that made the film or watching the film?
I think, well, first off, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's participated in any way, shape, or form, whether that was, animating a scene or shooting with your friends or drawing a scene, whatever it might have been, just being creative and taking time to be part of this fun, albeit very insane project. And I think our message really, at least how I see it, is there's really nothing you can't do with just a little creativity. It's amazing what we've all been able to pull off so far together. And none of us even really stepped in the same room as each other. And so I think I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's participated and anyone who is going to watch this project that everyone put together.
Yeah, pretty much the same. I mean, it's very humbling to see people come together and show their appreciation for the film, but also show, in a way, their trust in us, because we're complete strangers to them and they're strangers to us. But we've been able to actually come together and create something together while apart. So it's been really fun and humbling just to be able to do all this together with strangers from all over the world.
I'm just curious, where are you planning to show it?
YouTube. That's our main
Platform.
Entertainment these days, and it's our main platform that I think we're trying to build and grow as well. I think what's great, and you mentioned, how are we gonna have Thanksgiving, how are we gonna have Halloween? 5 or 6 months ago when this all started, people were asking the same question, how are we gonna have Passover Seders? How are we gonna do 4th of July barbecues? And then Zoom was invented. Well, Zoom's been around, but Zoom was became
popular.
Right.
And everyone realized, whoa, we can do all these things together still without being in the same room. And so taking that same principle, there's no reason why creators who most of the time are honestly working at desks full time. I mean, you look at behind the scenes photos of film sets all the time and you think they all have to be done with 100 people in a room together. And that's just really not the case. I mean, you're an animator and you're able to create this stuff by yourself. And, we're filmmakers and I'm creating my own scene by myself. Stay tuned for that. We'll see how that turns out. But I think there's taking these same principles of just being in a room, but together, you can do a lot of things together. You just have to be a little creative.
One more little plug we wanted to mention, which Danny and I got really, really excited over, is that Jason Marsden noticed our Hovid Povid activity on Twitter. He was the voice of Thackeray Binks, the black cat in the film. And he actually retweeted Danny's tweet and expressed his enthusiasm to check out the finished project, which is really exciting.
That I forgot to mention that. Yeah, that was pretty huge, and I did a very happy dance when I saw that. That was pretty cool.
Well, I want to thank you guys for coming on. Animated Educated. I wish you a happy Halloween, and can't wait to see the film when it comes out. And you too can check out the new Hovid Povid channel on YouTube. Well, you can't have Halloween without treats, obviously, but you can't have it without tricks. So I'm going to do one trick for you tonight using this very special Magic Castle napkin. So on one side I have the Magic Castle logo right there, and this is actually from the Magic Castle in Hollywood. It's the world famous Magic Castle, and this is a napkin. And I'm just gonna show you a little trick here where you can take this napkin, and it must be pretty magical, so I'm just gonna put the magic on this side of the napkin and put the other part of it on there. There we go. You have to get this just right or else it doesn't work. So I'm going to do a little kind of origami. You're just kind of folding it up like this. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm just folding it like that, and then I'm folding this up here like this. And folding this down, and then kind of looks like this. And I don't know if you know origami, it's got this bird fold. This is kind of what that is. Kind of goes up like that. Kind of looks like a bird if you put that beak like that. But in this case, what I'm going to do is a little different with this. So I'm actually going to, not something you do with the origami, but I'm actually going to rip this. So I'll show you what I do here. I just take it by the neck here, and I rip it. Rip it in half like this, you see, because I need it to, I just want to do that, see? There we go. There it is, and the piece just hangs here like this. Like, oh, I shouldn't make that joke. All right, so anyway, I'm going to pull this off. Now I know we've all been using Zoom, and you've probably one time in your life used a Ouija board. Well, the makers of Zoom and the Ouija board, or a Ouija board, have gotten together and they've come up with a new app where you can actually contact dead people as long as they have a connection on their side. And I got a chance recently to try out this new software. So take a look at this and see what you think. Something's coming up. Something's coming up. Oh, wow. Hello there. Hi, how you doing? Is this Edward Mybridge? Can you hear me?
Yes, but I prefer if you pronounce it Edward.
Edward Mybridge. Wow, this is amazing. Gosh, I can't believe this. You are like kind of like very important in animation and filmmaking. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Animation? What are you speaking of?
Well, it's kind of like you're famous for doing your filming people, like taking pictures of the horse when it ran by.
Still pictures, yes.
Yes, yeah. Well, we kind of took that and kind of made it. We made it so you can
What's
now.
so funny?
Oh, sorry. I'm just amazed that you're here. How are you? How are things on the other side over there?
Well, you see, in October the veil is thin between worlds, and I can come back to haunt the spirit of my wife's lover.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you had a trouble with your wife. She kind of went for another man, and you actually killed the guy, didn't you?
Needed to be done.
Yeah, I mean, there was a whole jury.
I was acquitted.
So yeah.
He needed killing. The exact finding of the jury was he needed killing.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. So you came from photography, and you kind of met Stanford, and he kind of gave you some money so he could win a bet. Kind of had this thing about a bet with a horse. Is that right?
Yes, you see, he believed that when a horse ran, all four of its hooves would leave the ground. But there was no way to prove it, you see.
Right.
Until I came along. Aye! Edward. Weybridge. Or Mybridge, as you say.
Yes, we know you as Edward Mybridge, but
It is Mybridge!
Okay, yeah, right. So how come you changed your name so many times during your life? I'm just curious about that. What happened with that?
Well, you know how it is. You like people to remember you for the things that are important, not that you happened to shoot someone who was your wife's lover, not that you happened to fall from the stagecoach and receive tremendous head injury that screwed up your whole rest of your life and career. You don't want to be remembered for those things. You want to be remembered for important stuff like that your name was Edward.
Mm.
You see?
I see.
What?
So that's why you changed it so many times.
Yes. Well, yes. What is your name?
Oh, sorry, I'm Jim.
Knight of the Veil.
Yes, Jim. I have this. We have something here called. We're doing a Halloween episode here, and that's why I contacted you. I thought maybe, you could tell us a little about, being, back in the day when you were alive and all that stuff.
Yes, I can. All Hallows Eve, eh?
How did you celebrate it back then?
We used to, no, it was quite a laugh. We used to go to the graveyard for spirits.
Oh.
And if we caught someone out, we would pelt them with eggs.
Wow.
Yes, do you still pelt people with eggs?
Apparently, yeah. Sometimes, or throw it at your house. They might throw stuff at your house, eggs at your house. That makes sense,
Good.
right?
At least that's something. I mean,
Yeah.
to maintain traditions.
Yes, exactly. So, well, I want to really thank you so much for coming on. I know it's kind of a chore probably for you to do this.
Oh no, it's actually quite delightful. Sort of boring here,
Yeah.
to which I've been sentenced for murdering my wife's lover. But I don't want to be remembered for that.
No.
Remembered for my contributions to photography.
Yeah, right. And you
So
have
photography, it's the future, James.
actually, I've got one of your books right here. I don't know if you ever got to see one of these, but there it is, right there.
Animals in motion.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's the
shot
one.
lots of photos of animals in motion, James.
Yeah, there we go. There's some. Right
You know
there.
what another favorite thing of mine was? I would have people take off all their clothing and
Yeah.
then have them perform simple tasks, and I would photograph it. Negative spaces. Negative. What? What? Did you say something?
No, I didn't say anything. No,
James,
yeah,
it's hard to hear you through the veil.
yes. I've got your book right here. So,
Nice.
camel.
I don't even have a copy of it. Oh, look at that. Fantastic representation of my plates.
Yeah, it's very good. It's still going around today. People use it all the time, So, yeah, you're still people know about you. Yeah. Going
Nice.
really good.
I always wished, as they say, to be remembered. Do they remember me though, Jim, because I shot my wife's lover?
No,
They remember me for my photography.
I think it's the photography. Yeah, that's what it is. Because, I mean, without you doing that, we wouldn't be, I wouldn't be able to do this now, I guess. If you think about it.
What? Contact me through the veil
Yeah.
via Zoom?
Zoom, exactly. Do you have Zoom on your side of the thing over
Mostly
there?
we use something called Ouija.
Ouija. Oh, yeah. That's what I got. That's how I kind of got in contact with you. I have a Ouija board. And
I pronounce it Ouija.
Ouija. Okay.
Why do you say Ouija? It doesn't end in an E.
A Ouija. It was a Ouija board. I don't know. Some people pronounce it that way. I don't know. But yeah. It's,
Some people try to pronounce my name Edward. Eat that, Jim. My name is Ed Weird.
Weird. Exactly. Well,
Highbridge!
exactly.
What?
Yeah. So I am.
How's my hair looking?
Oh,
I
it looks
can really see
great.
myself in limbo.
It's still holding up. Yeah, you got great hair.
And my eyes, are they still quite attractive?
Oh yes, they're very nice. I was just gonna say. I mean, well,
I still have a cough even though I'm dead.
oh my, that still follows you around, huh? Jeez. Okay.
You have sickness in your time, Jim?
Yes, we do. We have something right now that's pretty bad. It's called COVID-19. It's a virus. It's a very small germ that can harm you.
What? Like, are you saying that there's some sort of speck or bug that travels in the invisible ether and can cause illness in people? That's a crazy sounding idea, James.
Well, that's how
realize
it
you
is.
sound like a complete idiot when you talk about this kind of thing.
Oh well.
It's all about the different balance of the humors in someone's system. You might need to have some bloodlet.
I was thinking about getting a flu shot.
I don't know what that means.
That's kind of like the bloodletting, yeah.
Oh,
gonna go
it's
get-
going to fly somewhere? You're going to shoot it at a flying bird, is that what you said?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
I could photograph it for you, Jim.
Oh, you still do that now. You still
Well, of
do
course.
that?
Who do you think does all the photography in limbo? If
Are you
there's
still-
going to be, say, for example, a race between an angel and a demon, and you need to see all four of their feet are off the ground at the same time, Jim.
Oh.
I'm the one they come to, me.
Mm.
Weird. My bridge.
Right.
I'm smiling.
Yes, you are smiling. Very
Just
nice.
keep
Your teeth.
smiling.
Yeah, your teeth look great for being passed away there.
Yes, well, you know what they say. If you haven't got your teeth, what have you got? That is what they say. They still say that, don't they, Jim?
They do. They do. I just heard it just the other day. Someone said that.
I'd hate to think that things were changing.
No.
So, when did you shoot your wife, Jim?
Well, I haven't shot my wife. I wasn't planning on it. She's actually quite nice person. So, yeah, I think I won't shoot her.
I didn't shoot my wife, just so it's clear. I
Oh.
shot the lover.
Right. You didn't shoot. Yes, exactly. You shot.
Right. What?
Oh, she left right after that, huh?
Well, not exactly. She filed for the separation. It was initially denied. A good idea there.
Yeah.
Trying to prove I loved her.
Yeah. Right.
Do you know when they put me in jail, Jim?
What's that?
Oh, I forget what I was going to say. It would probably be completely politically incorrect now anyway.
Oh, okay.
Or you see it involved a Chinaman.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, maybe you don't. Oh my. Maybe, yeah. Let's not go into that. But
Well, do
anyway.
you want to know more about photography or?
Oh yeah, just if you have any advice for students that are in photography, maybe you could. What would you say to them?
Ask people to take off their clothes. They seem very willing, and then you can shoot sequential photographs of that, and it's quite, dare I say,
Yeah.
extraordinary.
Right. I did notice that in one of your books you had a like a 400-pound woman who was naked.
Oh, yes.
And she's
Oh, one of my best, actually.
she was I think she was sitting on the ground and she stands up.
Yes, you see, a lot of times I would just say to people, please take off your clothing, or maybe just strip down to your short clothes, and then do something completely banal, like sit on the floor and then stand up. With a particularly heavy person, I always found that quite enlightening to see how it was that parts of their body would shift as they got to their feet.
You took a picture of you walking across completely naked as well.
You see, I have very little interest at that time in clothing. I didn't think that it was something that deserved to be documented. When
Yeah.
I shot photos of animals, I didn't dress them up in clothing, Jim.
No, there's none of that.
No
in there.
reason,
No.
Jim, no reason for people to put on a disguise such as that, nor for myself. Why should people be blinded to the glory of Edward Mybridge? It is my bridge after all, Jim.
That's right. Okay, well, I want to thank you so much for being on Animated Educated. This is truly a privilege to talk to you, and I hope you have a happy Halloween wherever you are.
Well, I'll probably be wherever you are on Halloween. You said, like I said, the veil becomes thin, and those on my side, the disquiet spirits of the dead, can push their way through into the world. And at that time, we take photos mostly.
You're taking some photos then of people walking around.
If they happen to be naked, certainly. I don't
Oh.
take photos of clothes, Jim.
Right.
Have any pets?
Yes, I do. I have a few cats. Yeah.
Have you ever thought of just setting up a row of cameras and filming them with these still cameras, sequential still photos all in a row, Jim, to see what a cat does when it walks.
I never thought well, that's why I have your book. I kind of was looking at those. You had some in there.
Had you thought of it, you would have been behind the times. I already came up with it.
And we are so grateful that you did that, and because it really helped us out later on in life.
I still don't understand how, but I'll take your word for it.
Well, we had something called movies. You got to talk to Thomas Edison, I believe, who.
Edison, what a jerk!
Well, yeah, he did kind of steal some of your ideas, so.
You know that when I was on trial, Jim,
Oh.
one of the things that worked in my defense were my outbursts.
Right. But that
Yes.
made some
Anyway, it
problems.
can happen to anyone, Jim.
Yeah, sure. Right. Okay, well, I want to thank you for coming on Anime Educated here and talking to me today, or tonight, actually. And wow.
I tried to touch your face.
That's
but you
okay.
know, I'm going to try again.
Ooh, that's kind of cold. Ooh. I'm not going to touch your face. I'll just say thank you again, and we'll see you next year, hopefully.
All right, then.
And I really appreciate you coming on.
I don't get out very often. It is my pleasure.
All right.
Do they still say that, Jim?
They do. They still say that.
You don't have any snuff, do you?
I don't. I'm fresh out.
Boy, what I wouldn't give for a good snort of snuff here in Limbo.
Yeah. They don't have it there?
No, fresh out.
Oh.
I mean, for all eternity.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you again for stopping by.
You're quite welcome, Jim. Well, you can say your goodbyes, as it were.
Oh, okay. All right. So that was Edward Mindbridge.
Weybridge!
Moybridge. My-bridge.
I forget now. You've confused me.
It's Edward Moybridge, isn't it? Edward Moybridge.
Edward Mybridge.
There we go. Yeah, there he is. Okay. Well, it looks like he froze there for a second. All right, there you go.
Toodles! Toodles from me, Limbo!
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wow, that was awesome. So there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed the Animated Educated Halloween episode tonight, or this afternoon, or this morning. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and please feel free to subscribe. So go ahead and press the little button there. There it is. Just give it a little push. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this, leave a message, leave a comment below. Please, I beg you. It's not asking much. I don't know what's going on now. Should have paid the power bill. I thought I did. Anyway, I hope you have a good Halloween and be safe out there. It's a scary world. Might even get scarier. So be careful. And we'll see you next time on Animated Educated. thank you, and good night.